Hello, hello, everybody. Great to be coming to you live after a win. A win that probably left us wanting a bit more, if anything, but a win nevertheless. And that's what it's all about. I'm Terry, and this is the FanCams. These are the FanCams. So basically, what we'll do here is I'll put a link up in the comments below. And the idea with FanCams is 3 or 4 minutes each. Everyone jumps in. Everyone has their say. I'll ask some questions about the game. I don't really want to be talking too much in these. I want you guys to be contributing more than anything else. But listen, I'm a happy bagger today. Honestly, happy bagger today. I think it was great to have great. Before the game, obviously, a lot was spoken about. We should be winning the 4-day break for the Suns and all of that. But for me, we just need to get it done, and we got it done. A lot to talk about. A lot has happened. A lot to get through. So please join in, and come and have a chat. I can see everyone's comments here as I start. What is it? I've pinned it up the top here. So the link is there for you guys to get through on YouTube as well. I'll chuck it in there. I'm multitasking at the moment, but I'm over the moon. Winning means everything. Winning is what it's all about. Chuck it in there. One second. I'm multitasking. Where are we? Okay. Let's see what everyone has saying. Super Zavels, do you find it surprisingly weird that we played 4 good quarters of footy? Yeah, we did. We really did. I thought we dominated them at the contest. We probably didn't put the scoreboard pressure on like we would have wanted to. But, I mean, we've won by 33. You can talk about percentage. You can talk about how that might hurt us later in the season. But listen, we've got to get wins where we can get them. We all spoke about wanting to be 6-6 after the game. That was the main priority, and we're here. Winning games of football is what it's all about, really. So, I think we've got one person waiting. Shad, if you want to bring them in.
Oh. Hey, Terry.
How are you, mate?
It's good, mate. Good to get the 4 points.
How good's winning games of football?
Mate, as I said, 2 in a row. Hopefully we can get 3 in a row next week against the Pies. That'd be even sweeter.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. How did you? It was interesting. I personally felt it was one of those games where it left you wanting a bit more, just because we dominated them all over the ground. What did you think of the game?
I thought the same, buddy. To be honest, I thought just the inaccuracy of the kicking. We should have scored a lot more goals than we should have. I was just midfield battle. I thought we did pretty well against them, and Rucks as well. So yeah.
A lot of talk before the game about bringing Pyramid in on the coning and the weather and the conditions, and it was going to be slippery, and maybe we were a little bit too tall. But in the end, I think we've got balls in the side to have done at ground level.
I think so too. I was a bit anxious. I thought, Jesus, we're going too tall in the forward line. I thought the Collins and that, and obviously they're a lot faster, a lot agile. And I thought, oh God, they're going to probably run around the tall boys. But no, they handled themselves pretty well. I thought. Jack Martin's classy.
We probably we knew he's classy, but it's when he misses in the side and then comes back in, you realize, oh wow, he's got some talent, doesn't he?
Jeez, he's got to be the best trade we've had in a couple of years when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, we picked him up he was a free agent. We didn't actually give up a goal for him. We paid a salary. We paid a bit of a hefty salary, but he's been great for us. You touched on it before, like the midfielders. I looked at the stats, and a lot of guys, just numbers were up, winning a lot of the ball. Obviously, the goal kicking is going to be a talking point throughout the week, and it's probably one of those things. It's where we're at. We're a team that doesn't really know how to win yet. We're still kind of learning how to win, and when we do win, we've got to learn how to win well. What do you think about that?
I think the culture's getting there. I think the winning mentality is actually growing from what new rebuild. Obviously, we've had just a straight rebuild. You think it's growing slowly, but it's just Time will tell, as they say. Time will tell, man. Yeah, it could be around the corner. We don't know.
Awesome, mate. Well, you go and enjoy your post-game dart, and I'll join you for one afterwards when I'm done with this, mate. But have a great night. I'll chat to you over the next few days.
Cheers, Terry.
See you, brother. Love that. Love that. Who is next? Guys, just wait in the green room before I get to you. G'day, mate. What's happening?
Hey, Terry. How are you, man?
I'm good, bro. You?
You're not too bad. Before we start, I'd like a shout out to my little brother. It's his birthday. He watches your shows every day. So today was his good luck. So yeah, happy birthday, Tate. I know you're watching, but one more year until you're 18th. But dude, how good was that win?
Well, I'm going to cut you off there because I want to say happy birthday to him as well.
Oh, go for it.
It's Tate.
Yeah.
Tate, mate. Happy birthday. If you can come on to a fan cam, I'd love to have a chat with you. It's your birthday. Hit the link in the description and we'll get you there. Mate, I look the smile on your face. This is what it's all about. We're 6-6 after what is it, 13 rounds, and we're in the hunt.
Man.
Finals may or may not happen, but we're in the hunt, and this is just what we finally wanted to see, the corner being turned.
That's it. My voice is now fixed. It took 5 days for it to heal, and I'm still watching the news replay, and I'm like, please don't tell me it's going to be a deja vu. But the boys played 4 quarters, and it's been a while since they dug deep and played 4 quarters. But I was really happy with that. There were some errors, like Harry, if you notice, he just doesn't really take his time to kicking. He rushed it a lot. But as I said, he's still young. He will get used to the game, and he will eventually pull through it. But boy, was Jack Martin slick. No one could tackle him. On the wing, when Alice tried to tackle him, it was brushed him off like a flea.
Yeah, and you know what? He played with a real, a vengeance. Obviously it was Indigenous round, so that probably meant a lot to him. But it was his old club, and it was well documented how he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy there at Gold Coast, and who knows? Maybe it's your old club, so you want to. They said a few nasty comments to him on his way out as well. So what better way than to play with that ferocity? And yeah, no, he's a class player, and a few of them. I thought even Fisher was very classy as well tonight.
Yeah, that goal, if Fisher did get it, I would have been surely a goal of the year. 4 bounces, but then he had that little slip, and then Eddie, I was waiting for that goal for Fisher, but Eddie was just there, and then bam, it was just the moment. But that was a really good play that I really enjoy. I was up and about, screaming for that bit. But yeah, there were some good moments. Now we just have to focus and be ready for the filth next week. So that should be a really good game. And I have a feeling if the way we played today against Gold Coast and last week, I reckon we can beat Collingwood and just sneak in the 8th, and hopefully finals are there at our doorstep. Yeah,
not 9-day break before the Pies. We'll enjoy this. I think there's a few talking points, and then we'll get on to the big clash, mate. Mate, great to talk to you.
Thank you.
You have a good one. I'll chat to you over the next few days.
You too, man. Thanks, Terry.
All right. So just
hey, Terry.
Hey, mate. Shad, what's going on?
Hey,
Shad?
going, mate.
Shad.
We Shad Daddy from Assertive Media. We have a full waiting room, and we have more people trying to get on. And I've got this notification shows me when someone's trying to get on that can't get in. And it's just going beep, 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 beep. So I think we've got about 50 people waiting to get on. But we have next, we've got Chris here coming in. We might have to machine gun through them, man.
Yeah, all right. I'll try and be as quick. For you guys in the green room, just be patient with me. I'll get through as many as possible. Very happy that you all want to have a chat. And, yeah, let's see who's next.
Hey.
Yo, what's happening, my man?
Yeah, after the win.
Happy
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You're going to have to put your volume,
Damn.
turn the music off. Can you hear me now?
Oh, no.
Nah. Shad, you might want to get the next one up while we sort that out. Yo, Jamie.
Hey, Terry.
How are you, my man?
Very happy.
2 weeks in a row, 2 wins in a row. Happy days.
Yeah, it's great stuff to see. I mean, the inaccuracy was killing me a bit there, and it's a bit frustrating. But the important thing is we're now getting the job done, and the most important thing is that we're doing what we have to do and square the ledger at 6-6. It's really pleasing.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, look, before the game, we're talking about how we should win this game, and there's obviously a bit of pressure on us as well, given that given that when we're favourite, we haven't handled that very well. I thought we played the game tonight as a favourite. We played with that confidence, and I thought throughout the middle of the ground we did the job. But it was just that end product, that last kick, the kick on goal. It just let us down a bit. But look, these are hallmarks of a side learning, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just comes in time. And what I'm really pleased about is that, we haven't rushed anything. It's been slow and frustrating, but we're finally starting to pick up the pieces a little bit. And it's like the Brisbane side. We're just learning, and it's coming together at last. And we're finally getting some reward as some supporters to see some wins. Granted, we didn't play our best game tonight, but we did what we had to, which is really pleasing.
Yep, absolutely, mate. Who was your best on ground tonight?
Tough one. I thought Murph had a pretty good game. I mean, Cripps struggled tonight. Eddie didn't have his best night. Fisher was pretty good. Harry was pretty good. But, yeah, I'd say Murphy did pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, mate, great to chat with you. I'm gonna move along, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say tomorrow.
All right. Thanks very much. I'm looking forward to hopefully being back on the interview next week after we defeat Collingwood.
You're welcome to, mate. Win or loss, we're here.
Yep. Thanks, mate.
See you, brother. All right, I've got that link in the description for you guys on YouTube as well. Joseph Adamo, hello.
Hi, Terry.
How are we feeling, mate?
Oh, good, mate. Very relaxed, very calm. I won't take up too much time because I think I've had enough airtime today. But no, I thought I'd join to have a chat. But no, very relaxed, very calm, mate. Was good not to have the heart rate up above 60 for once. So no, it was an easy win. I thought Murphy was clean all night, probably best on ground. Harry, even though he missed, missed his fair share of chances, I think he was up there. Wiedering had a blinder, kept King to basically nil influence. And Cripper up there, I think Cripper showed that he can get back to his best tonight. So. No, really good. Yeah, for the Blue Abroad channel, guys, just stay posted for the reviews tomorrow. They'll be good this week. It'll be a nice relaxing write up, and I'm sure review for you as well, Terry.
Doing a review after a win is easy work, my friend. Awesome, mate. So you said Murphy was your best on. Who else surprised you? Who else do you think played well?
Willow again. I know I said it today in our chat, but Willow again. He's solid. He's consistent. He plays his role. He's really clean. Gains meters. Really penetrating kicking. And he's starting to set us up, sort of in that Doc mold. But obviously he's a left footer, with that really penetrating kick. So I thought Willow was underrated again. Whether he's in the best or not, I'm not too sure. But you can just see how consistent he is week in, week out. Jack Martin. Clean against his old side. Shame he couldn't get a goal. But yeah, look, Murphy clearly best on ground tonight. Was super, super clean with his hands, super clean with his pickup. Couldn't fault him. So really good. Really happy with the boys.
Music to my ears, mate. Music to my ears hearing you say that about my boy.
Absolutely.
Awesome, mate. Great to chat with you, and we'll be in touch tomorrow. I'm looking forward to your review.
Absolutely, mate. Take care.
See you, brother. Alrighty, who is next? Who have we got next? Riley Starrage from Queensland. What is up, my man?
G'day, mate. What's going on?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Happy with the win. We spoke last week. We had a really good 2 weeks ago. We had a really good phone call. We had lost those first 2 games of the 4-week block. I won't reveal what was said in the conversation because I think that'll be just between you and I. But I'm happy that we had that phone call.
Yeah, me too. And I think for me tonight, what was really pleasing, we were inaccurate, but I think it was the maturity of the performance. We went in as favourites. A lot of things certainly favoured us. I don't think Gold Coast played particularly well, but we played them out of the game at the same time. Should have been more, but then again, I think what was most pleasing for me was that for the first time I feel in, even though last week we kept Freo to a low score, this is the first time in quite a while where our defence actually stood up and got back to the form they can play. I mean, we really put the face of Ben King on a milk carton because he went missing, and he got none of it.
He'll be looking for his keys tomorrow. He'll be looking for his credit card, and it'll all be in Jacob Wiedering's bed.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think it all sets it up very nicely. I know we'll talk during the week, but this is next Sunday afternoon will be the biggest game that we have played in 7 years against the Pies.
Oh.
6-6, heading towards, potential final spot. And I mean, from a purely Queensland point of view, the Gabba will be pumping as much as the government allows us to.
Well, mate, I had an emotional moment with you when we spoke about that. I'm really excited to have you guys have that moment. The Queenslanders get a Collingwood-Carlton matchup. That's just phenomenal. But for now, we're going to bask in this win, mate. Who was your best on ground?
Our boy. That's all I need to say. Our boy. He was like it was 2011 in the first half. And he played. I thought he was outstanding. I thought Jack Martin really lifted throughout the game. And to be honest, I liked even though he missed a few shots and it wasn't his best game, I think Harry McKay's performance was really eye-catching for a Carlton fan to see what he can do. He made their defence look really silly at a time. They couldn't stop him. He missed a few. It was hard conditions to kick, but what he did I thought was very impressive. And obviously Jacob Wiedering and the whole defence as a whole probably gets a vote.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Well, mate, thanks so much for joining me. I look forward to chatting to you probably after this or tomorrow morning.
Too easy, mate. Have a good one.
Love you, mate. Take it easy. Love him.
G'day. How are we?
All in sports?
Yeah, mate.
How are you, mate? Why can't I see your lovely face?
No, my cam's not connected. It's not working.
All good, mate. What do you think of the game?
There was just so many. There wasn't very many passengers. Like, I think everyone played a role. Like, not being a Carlton fan and all, obviously don't know as much as everyone else. But just I was really pleased seeing a couple of the players backing up other performances or coming back after having some poor performances. Like Murph in that first half, I don't think I've seen him play that good in like a decade. Like I haven't seen him play that good in ages. It's been forever.
Yeah, well, he's a great servant to the football club. I can tell you many performances over the last decade that weren't that good.
Yeah.
But no, I know what you mean. It was a good first half from him, and a guy that gets criticised from the media and even his own fans. So it was a good one for him.
Yeah.
He can hopefully back it up next round against Collingwood, and we'll go from there.
I think that Collingwood game is a very, very winnable game. I think with Collingwood, no side bottom as well, in poor form, injury list as long as, just probably the longest in the league, probably the worst in the league as well. Key players missing, both down, back, and up forward, and in the midfield. I also thought you got a lot to improve with the goal kicking, especially. But just an all-round great performance. More so in the midfield, it was just very calm, cool, and collected. Like they weren't rushing, and they took their time, and it was just great to see.
Yep. Well, I'm glad as a non-Carlton supporter, mate, you were impressed. Thanks so much for your time, man. I'll speak to you soon.
Right, yes. Cheers, mate.
See you, mate. Love it. Non-Carlton supporter. Doctor, give me the news.
I'm not a non-Carlton supporter. I can't be that.
Hello, my friend. Talk to me.
Hello, brother. How good's Mark Murphy? I love him.
I try to keep it unbiased, but when you play,
being unbiased. He's clean. He's classy. He's just got a lot more contested stuff today. You guys think he ended up with 10 or 11 contested touches, had a few tackles, which if any knock has been, he hasn't exactly been tackling every week. The senior players haven't been tackling every week. I just thought his all-round game was about as close to perfect as you could get tonight in those conditions. He was probably a goal. He had that banana from the boundary. Had that gone in, it would have been just sensational. But he'll get 3 votes Brownlow night. Clear best on ground tonight.
Yeah, he deserved the goal out of one of those 2 shots.
Yeah,
that
I feel that too. Yeah, I really do. But that was pure domination. I don't know if you've seen like all the stats and stuff, but I just saw a graphic come up. Our differentials today. So we're plus 95 for disposals, which is the 5th biggest differential this year. 43 extra more contested possessions, which is the equal highest this year.
Wow.
69 more uncontested possessions, the 5th highest. 39 more ground ball gets, the 2nd highest for the year. 27 more inside 50s, the 7th highest for the equal 2nd highest for the year. So pure domination from like 5-10 minutes into the game, we knew it was won. We won all 4 quarters. A lot of people already on social media saying, "Oh, we should have buried them." I thought we did. What do we have? Like 25 scoring shots to 7 in the end. I mean, they just murdered them.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it was pretty much everyone played a role. I thought Williamson was outstanding. I thought Walsh was fantastic. I thought Jack Martin got better as the game got on. Fisher's pressure was great as well. But no, and to echo what Riley said, I really rated Harry Mackay as well. I don't think he kicked poorly. He might have kicked 2 goals for, but I don't think any of them were shanks.
Yep.
My only worry with Harry was that one where he didn't go on his right foot, but I'll forgive it. It was, if that's the worst we've got,
He's not a guy who, his year has been fascinating. He's obviously interrupted preseason. He comes in the side, he goes out. He comes in, plays 2.
Yeah, doing the hokey pokey. Yeah.
It's usually that second game and onwards where he starts feeling comfortable. The first game back, he probably doesn't read the ball. Thought last week he probably ran under the ball a little bit, whereas tonight he's good timing with the ball. And when he just gets 5 or 6 games in a row, he's tracking nicely.
Like so many of them, Terry, how many times do we say all they need is a bit of continuity? At the start of the year, we said for Williamson, we said get a block of 5 or 6 games into him. Now, I mean, look at him now. He's just if he lost a contest today, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
We said at the start of the year, we said the same about Cunningham, and now he's kind of had a couple of niggles. He's out and a bit, but I don't think we've talked about the big 3 forwards. I don't know how many games McGovern, Casbolt, and Mackay have played together this year. So we've still got so much room to grow there. Even guys like Will Setterfield, they've got a block of games under them now. He's up to about 30 games, and just every week shows us something new. I thought his kicking tonight was as good as I've seen it.
Yep.
There's just positives on every level. And as Riley said before, the game against the Pies next week is as big as it gets. And we haven't had bigger since 2013, since the semi-final against Sydney, I reckon.
A 5.5 goal win with plenty of upside.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. And if you dominate for 4 quarters and just, we smack their bum in the end. Gold Coast have been brave all year.
Yeah.
But what have they've lost 5 or 6 in a row now, so they're slowing down. They look tired.
Yeah.
And they came off a 4-day break and stuff like that. But no excuses for them. We're the better side. But that sort of performance, and as you say, there's still so much room to grow. Even Matty Cottrell, a few little things. That's a second-year player in his 2nd or 3rd game. Just looked at home. 1 or 2 errors by foot, but again, everyone had them in the wet. No, there was so much to take out of it. Baggers are back, and anyone who wants to doubt us could just bite one. We'll smash the Pies. I'll put it on record. 5 or 6 goal win. Give it right now. 36 points. 36 points. Fuck them.
Up and about, side bottom out. Fuck Collingwood.
Fuck them. No lube. Fuck them.
Love it. Well, mate, you enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy.
And have a great weekend. Watch the replay many times.
Will do for years to come, mate. Take care.
Baggers.
See you, mate. Love it.
Hey.
We got Rafe. What's up,
G'day,
my man?
mate. How are you?
Fantastic.
Go the Baggers. Oh, what a win, eh?
Mate, it's it's I've got a little bit of to quote Brendan Bolton, I've got a little bit of equilibrium about me. You don't want to get too high, you never want to get too low. It was a good win. It was a win that we needed to get done. We could have won by more, but 4 points is 4 points. We move on. We're 6-6.
Well, that's in my opinion. I think personally, this was our best win of the season, minus the goal scoring, right? because in most of our wins, there's always that one player. There's always like, there was the Kerno last week, or Walsh pick standing up the week before up with North Melbourne, or whoever. But even when Cripps was on, even when Walsh was on, even when Murphy was playing his best game I've ever seen him play since 2011, 2012, right? I could name 15, 20, I can name 22 other blokes next to him who probably played their best game of the year.
Yeah,
Like,
such an even
I even Petreski Seaton. When did he all of a sudden be the guy I wanted the ball, the ball to be in his hands off the back line running forward? When did that happen?
How do you think he went? How did you find his game tonight?
Other than a few slip ups, like that one where he like let the ball go and he got a go from there. I thought he did extremely well. Every time our game was a very run flow game. Second the ball got into his hands, he shot it right into the chest of a target, whether or not they marked it, because of the slippery conditions. But yeah, I honestly think that was his best game this year.
Samo?
Yeah, I think that was his best game this year.
Okay.
I know that could be pretty contentious because you do want him in the middle, right? You do want him in the middle with the boys. Everyone does. But I think he played I think he did his job.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That back line there.
He was part of a defense that conceded 27 points, so I think there's a little bit of credit there. I still think he's got so much more talent and so much more to offer. I don't know if that shoulder was bothering you. You heard it, but it's interesting to see. I think he's one that's got so much more to give. I think he's only scratching the surface of how well he can play. So I'm looking forward to seeing a better Samo for the rest of his career. For sure.
Don't get me wrong. I think I think this was his best game, but he's had a pretty low season. I think if he takes it, this is the stepping stone.
Okay.
But I could say the same thing about Cripps. Like, he didn't have the best game he's ever played, but he was solid throughout the entire game. The amount of times he grabbed the ball, and then Gold Coast players would just melt off him.
Yeah.
And I just loved it.
Mate. Fair enough. Well, great to chat with you. Thanks for your thoughts.
You too, mate.
We'll be in touch over the next few days.
Definitely, mate. Go the Baggers.
Go the fucking Baggers, mate. Love it. Who we got next? It says Mitch. Mitch. Hello, my friend. You're gonna have to take you're gonna have to put your sound on because I can't hear you right now. All right, next up, Ethan Daffy. Hello, Mr. Carlton FC. Daly, what's going on? Mate, you're on mute. You're on mute. I can't hear you. No, we're gonna have to go next, guys. Have your microphones on. Hello, Jake.
Is mine working?
Yours is working. How are you, mate?
I'm fantastic. Thank you, Terry. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy to be sitting here talking after a win. I'm happy to be chatting with everyone, mate.
It's honestly great that the adrenaline isn't heaving, after every win this year. It's just been, but it feels good to just be like, we got the job done.
Yeah. Where are you from in Australia? Where do you live?
Perth.
Perth. Okay. So you're not a Melburnian who's in lockdown who only has this to look forward to for happiness.
No.
But no, that's good. But yeah, I feel you. It's just what we rely on for. We probably shouldn't rely on it for happiness. You should find happiness from within. But your footy club is, it just makes or break your week.
And especially on a Friday night, like you'll remember a couple of years ago, we would have averaged 10-goal losses on a Friday night, and it was awful. That 130. We won't bring it up. That loss to Hawthorn, but
no, we won't.
It was, to just have a good feeling going into the weekend, walk into work on Monday. It's good.
Yeah. Who was your best few? I thought there was so many players that played very well tonight. Who were the standouts for you, and why was it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, Murph was up. But the back six, we just structured so well at every marking contest down the line. There was a sweeper at the back that just mopped it up.
Yeah. No, I'm very happy. Any changes for next week? I know it's very early to be asking you that question, but are you looking at any any changes?
I don't think you can make any changes from that. No, I
Yeah.
don't think, going into Collingwood, they're down and out at the moment. We're up and about, and we'll fix the kicking. That was an off night, and the kicking that'll click next week, and it'll be great.
Yeah, that's the next step. When you're winning so well, you've got to learn how to really put them away. And that's just the next step for this group, isn't it?
Definitely. Yep. Baby steps.
Awesome, mate. Great
Thanks
to
for
chat with you,
getting me
mate.
on.
Have a great night.
You too.
See you, legend. All right. Who's next? Oh no.
Oh, Madonna mio, please. Right?
What are you doing with that face mask on, mate? Take it off. You're inside the house. Come on.
Let me tell you something, right? This is where you're going to get viewers that to an absolute T. And I'll tell you what. Being a Melbourne Victorian like you, this is what we've had to suffer for as many months. And for those all around Australia, keep supporting our Blue Boys. Keep all the high spirits up, because you know what? You're doing us so proud. And I just wish that the hundreds of thousands of us were flocking those stadiums and you'd hear the mighty roar of the Blue Boys. But in saying that, I want to give you a little bit of a storyline. You bear with me?
Go for it, mate. Make it quick. We've got plenty of people that
All
are
right,
on the
no worries. I'll make it very quick. The very first time the Suns played their first ever game against us, blew them to the water. Their first Friday night game ever, happened to be us, blew them out of the water. And I can't wait when their first finals match happens to be against us, the same thing will happen again. In saying that quickly, obviously poor kicking, but we controlled the game. It's good that the last couple of weeks we've actually had a total combined of 63 points, 36 Fremantle and 27 for tonight, which is good. I'm sure the scoring is going to get a lot better. Again, all-round team performance. It was good to see Mackay kick a few. Could have had more. Eddie obviously dropped so many sodas, but he was able to obviously keep himself so involved throughout the game. Look, I was happy with Murph, but here's the catch. He doesn't get the 3 votes for me, only because he could have kicked himself a goal or two. And obviously, with midfielders, when you have a day out by having plenty of the ball in good use, you want to be hitting the scoreboard. But in saying that, your Setterfields, your Cripps, the whole team, just a very good, well-rounded performance. Obviously could have been more, but bring on the Pies next week and really hunt them down.
Love it, mate. Great to chat with you.
Right here, mate.
Have a great night.
You too. Love you.
Yeah, brother. Love it. AFL things. What do we got here? AFL things. What is happening?
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Hello, mate.
How you doing, mate?
Good, thank you. Win.
Great win. Great win. How about our Blue Baggers tonight? They were pretty impressive. Yeah, I think you're just on delay there, Shad.
Yeah, it was a very nice win and a good win.
Yeah. Who was your best on for the game?
Will Setterfield.
Will Setterfield. Good little player, isn't he? Or he's not a little player, he's a big player.
Yeah.
Awesome, mate. Well, I'm just getting
He
a
had
little
a
bit
very
of...
good game.
There's a bit of a delay between you and I. So
that's all.
yeah, a bit of lag. So what I'll do is I'll get you out and I'll get the next person. But great to chat with you, brother. Love it. Brad, you got to turn your mic on. I can't hear you, Brad. There you go. Can't hear you, mate. Next up. Sorry, guys, you got to have your mic on. Mr. Beach.
Tezza, what's going on, man?
So good to see you in that study with your Guernsey on and your navy blue colours around you, mate. Look at you.
What can I say, big boy? This is the sanctuary. This is the sanctuary where I am for the game each week while we're in lockdown.
I love it, my friend. Talk to me. How did you enjoy that game, or did you enjoy that game? I'm assuming you did.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I could say it was a complete performance tonight. Bit inaccurate on the goal kicking, but we'll leave that to one side. Harry, pretty prominent up front. The defence, the back six get the 3 votes for me. Comfortably, Wiedering keeping Ben King quiet. Plowman, outstanding. Mate, I could go on. Seriously, I could go on all night about the back six.
Yeah. I mean, look, we concede 27 points. I thought every time the ball went high, I was just so confident that whichever defender was there, it was going to be fine. I thought, Wiedering edged Ben King under the ball. Or it was just, you know what it was? It's very interesting with this group now because for the second week in a row, what we call our young boys, the 2015 and 16 draft, these young boys were all of a sudden, finally, for the first time in their career, older than the kids that they were playing against. So naturally you think, well, if we're improved like we think we are, and we're looking for development from these young kids, well, they just looked like they were more mature. Obviously the 4-day break and the 4 sleeps that the Gold Coast had is a factor, but we had a job to do and we did the job. Yeah,
that's right. There was going to be no excuses against the Suns tonight. Sure, they were coming off a 4-day break. Sure, it was going to be hot. Sure, it was going to be dewy. But we knew what we had to do tonight, and we did it. So that's all that matters to me.
Yeah. 6-6 after 13 rounds. We haven't, after 13 rounds, we haven't had a situation where we're saying to ourselves, hey, there's a chance we can make finals. Destiny's in our hands. And that's all you want to have. You want to have that hope. That's it. And, we've got the Pies next week, or as I like to call them, the jail beds because of the jumper design. And, it's interesting because I hear what Nick and Riley are saying. This is huge. This is going to be huge. Sure, it's not your 100,000 when you play at the MCG, but if the Queensland government could allow a full stadium of up to, I think it's 35 to maybe 30,000, they'd pack it out easy. Easy. We'll have the biggest interstate attendance this year for whoever else. I mean, however many people are allowed at that game, that will be capacity, I think. 100%. 100%. Yeah. It's hands down probably the biggest one we're going to get all year. Yeah. All year. Absolutely. Before I let you go, who was your best on ground? It's a tie between Weeders, Jones, and Plowman. Can I get some love for my boy Mark Murphy? I think you can as well. We're sneaking into the tip. How do you like that? Love it, mate. Love it. Great to chat with you, mate. Likewise, Matt. Speak to you soon. You have a good one. Brad's back.
Yep, I think it's working now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. How you doing?
Good, thank you. I think it was just my AirPods. They weren't connecting properly.
Not a problem, my friend. Talk to me. What did you see tonight?
Well, I think it was a comfortable win overall. Could have definitely put the game away first quarter, but I think it was just came down to the conditions at the end of the day. But I think our top players were Jack Martin in the midfield. I really like Willow at the back line. I think his intent overall, I just love him when he starts running. And the last one, I don't know who to pick, to be honest, but maybe Murphy. He always maybe cleared the contest a bit. So
he had, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, but I think it might have been 14 or 15 touches or whatever it was at half time, or 17 or 18, whatever it was. At one point, his first 14 disposals were all effective at 100%. And I thought in a game where it was slippery, I thought he played like a seasoned veteran that we know he is.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome, mate.
I just love the pressure as well. The pressure, I think the pressure is very important for us. I just think whenever we apply the pressure, like our chance of winning is very high. But I just wish we could have put them away earlier, but doesn't matter. A win's a win, 4 points,
Happy days, mate. We move on to Collingwood next week and we go from there.
Yep, but I think we can definitely win that one, to be honest. They're kind of down at the moment and we're up, so yeah, we'll just see where we go.
Awesome, mate. Great to chat with you.
You too.
See you, mate.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Who we got next? Lockie.
Hey, mate. How's it going?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. It's a win. It's a win. A little underwhelming, but it's a win. I'll take it.
I I get what you feel. I do feel what you feel. Part of me is sort of like, but we've got to put him away and we need a percentage boost and we want to play finals. But I think if you go back to before the game, it was all about just get the win. If someone said beat them by 33,
you don't need to wait,
Yeah, I think we all would have taken a 33-point win before the game. But obviously, just the way they played like a mature team. It was kind of like slow ball. We lowered the eyes. We didn't just bomb him.
Yeah, it was sort of like a different style of play each quarter. We sort of chipped it around a bit, and then we just went the long ball. But yeah, it was a good game. We locked them down really well, I thought. So that's good.
What are your thoughts on? I'm going to throw a name out to you. What are your thoughts on Zach Fisher's game tonight?
Oh, I think top 3 players today. So clean, clean with the ball. Like he always got it out of traffic so easily. Gave it to Walsh or Cripps. I just loved his game. I think it was one of his best of the season. Honestly, he's so clean in traffic, unbelievable. And I'm loving Plowman is fastly becoming my favorite defender. He's so good.
Yeah,
he's so good. Like
when you have a defender, and the coach will say, right, you've got usually it's your fullback who plays on the best forward, and that's obviously for us it's usually Wiedering, and then you've got the small forwards who there's so many talented small forwards in the comp, and Plowman that job. He has to play tall, he has to play small, and sometimes he makes some mistakes and gets out position, but it's a tough one to play because the guys he's playing on are super talented.
You can see the passion in Plowman as well. You can see he has that real want to, succeed for the club. Like obviously in every player you want that, but just you can really see it in Plowman. He wants to win, and you can see that in Wieders as well. Like especially like when Wieders, makes a mistake, you can see it that he doesn't like that, and that's what I like about Wiedering as well. He's a great player.
Yeah, no, very happy tonight, mate. Great to chat with you. You have a lovely evening.
Yeah, you too, man. See you later.
Yeah, man. Who is next? Who is next? Who is next?
I'm back. How are you, mate?
He's back. Technical issues, but we've got him back.
Mate. Up the baggers, mate. Finals bound, brother. Oh, that was grouse. 4-quarter effort. Finally.
Yeah, we hunted them all game. Yeah. We did. We hunted them, and it was. There could be an argument to be made that we could have just put the foot off a little bit, but the effort was there. It was just probably the last finishing touches on some goals, but you can't question the pressure that was put onto those midfielders tonight for the Gold Coast Suns. The defenders were great, but I thought the midfield really stepped up and such an even spread.
Yeah, all around the board. Setters, Walshy, Murph was best on ground, definitely, mate. Silky as clean. It looked like he wasn't even playing in Darwin, mate. He was just running around. It's a clinic, but it was a great game, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. So, what about Samo? I want to ask a few people tonight. What do you think of Samo? What's happening in your world with Samo?
Yeah, I like the kicks he takes on. Takes a risk down the middle of the ground, but I think he struggled a bit. Just I don't know. He looked a bit. His confidence is definitely low the last few games. I don't know. I just don't know if he's a defender, mate. I just don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a conversation we're going to be having for weeks because he just doesn't look like he has the same energy about him. And who knows? Look, he hurt that shoulder. I think it was in the second or third, and he sort of landed awkwardly on it. And that's not giving him an out. I just thought that happened, and then afterwards, I don't know how he approached contests afterwards. If he was sort of hard enough at the contests that he was approaching.
Especially sometimes through the middle of the ground. He just needed to jump on the ball, stop the momentum. Yeah. That led to a few goals and, a few chances for them.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Anyone that you think might be on the cusp of coming out? Have you got anyone that you want to see come into the side?
Depending how Cunners is going, fitness-wise, I think he might come in for a Cottrell or something.
Yep.
I still think Cottrell probably needs a few more games in him. People have been very harsh on the Facebook pages, giving the bloke shit, but it was a bit of a wet game and hard to control the ball, and kicks were all over the place. So, I'm not sure. Even a Paddy Dow comes in.
Yeah, it's good. We've got some depth. We enter a frenzy footy frenzy. 4 games in 13 days, starting with the Pies. So we'll see what happens.
Massive game. I reckon we're going to knock them off, mate.
I hope so, brother.
Mate, fuck them. Fuck them. Let's smash them.
Well, I look forward to your video next week and chatting to you over the next days.
Have a good one, mate. Stay safe.
See you, brother. Who we got next? I think there's 2 or 3 in the...
Can I just ask a question? Did we win that game? Because based on the fan cam, we lost. We've just absolutely rolled Gold Coast, and now we go on to the Steamboat Willies, the old school Mickey Mouse Club, Collingwood Football Club. Easy dubs, my friend. Top 8. Your prophet Pom called it. We're coming to the 8, and all I can say is Zag Fisher, running, tumbling. Easy dubs, my friend. I tell you what, we tried our best to keep him in it as well, didn't we? 18 behinds, and we still doubled their score. What a rabble!
Oh, what a night! Watching Carlton
on a Friday night. We beat Gold Coast effing shy.
What a feeling! What a night!
It's easy, isn't it? I mean, Murphy thought it was 2010. Eddie Betts thought it was 2010. I mean, all we needed was Chris Judd to run out for 5 minutes.
Mate, it was... Well, we had Will Setterfield, mate. How good is he when Bowley's in the mud? He just picks it up, extracts it, and he doesn't get any mud on his fingers.
I didn't know if it was Will Setterfield or Will Judderfield at some times. I mean... God, I mean, how easy is this? How good are we? Come on, get around it, people. I don't want to come on here and hear your thoughts and your philosophies. We've just knocked another team off. Easy dubs. We couldn't kick. We kicked like the wacky waving arm inflatable tube man, and we still battered them. Easy. Can we play them every week? Gillian's love child, and we absolutely smashed them, kicking like we had 2 left feet. Come on, bring on Collingwood. We'll smash them, Eddie's boys, and then we'll smash GWS Carlton reserves. Top 8, easy done.
Bring on those fucking mugs next week. Bring them on.
Tell you what, Carlton will smash Collingwood, the oldest Mickey Mouse club in the West. Steamboat Willies. Chris Breach calls them what? He calls them the Jackdaws or whatever it is. Steamboat Willies, the first ever Mickey Mouse. That's how old they are. Let's smash them mugs.
Oh, man, I love it. You've brought an energy to the fan cams that was needed. You're right.
Oh, mate, we're going to hit Collingwood so hard they're going to need a dentist because there'll be no teeth left. Absolute easy dubs. No Trelaw. Scott Pendlebury looking like an old age pensioner. No De Goey because he can't keep his hands to himself. We will smash Collingwood. Absolutely smash them.
Love it. Love it. Who was your best on for tonight?
2 words. Jack Martin. Touch of class. Do you know what I mean? Sir Doug Nicholls round. He is something else. Jack Martin, honestly, I want to have his babies. If they can make that possible, I'm doing it. He is brilliant. Mark Murphy was brilliant. Gibbons, special shout out to him. But yeah, for me, it was easy game, wasn't it? But I thought Martin, touch of class, he is. He looks so much better in a blue shirt.
Oh my God, he's something that I think we knew we were missing, and then to have it, and then for it to be taken away because he was injured was sad. But to have him back in the side, you realise what you're missing straight away. And I think there was a bit in tonight as well. Gold Coast when he left, they gave him some backhanded comments on his way out and questioned his endeavour and his integrity and him as a man. And I thought he really took it to him tonight.
Oh, mate, I mean, smooth with the ball, make something happen. I mean, I know most people are going to be like, oh, but Matt Murphy got 28 touches. But Jack Martin put a smile on this boy's face. Matt Murphy didn't do that. We know Matt Murphy can do that, but how good's Jack Martin? I tell you, Eddie was good as well. I mean, let's be honest, they all were pretty good, weren't they? I mean, I can't wait, though. Let's bring on 9 games time. Absolutely pull apart the Steamboat Willies. Get rid of them. Knock them out the 8. Mickey Mouse, Eddie Maguire, backhanders we go. And then we take out Gillian's love child. GWS, we'll smash them as well. Stephen Cornelio, I'm coming for you, big boy. I'm coming for you.
I love it, mate. I love it. I can't wait to chat to you after this. I'll speak to you once this is done, and we'll get right into it. You have an amazing.
We did it, everyone. We did it. 9th place, 8th next week. AFL is blue. It's ours again.
I love it, mate. Have a great one.
Love you.
What kind of energy I'm looking for here?
Yeah, mate. I don't know if I can follow Poppy. Jesus, he was up and about.
Hey, it's a tough gig, mate, following up there.
I'm not ready for it, but yeah, I'll give my thoughts.
Talk to me. How'd you find the game? What'd you see?
I agree with Pommy. Everyone's coming on here and complaining. We've just fucking beat the Suns, mate. Like, everyone's not giving us obviously we're favourites coming into the game, but everyone's saying the Suns, they've got the form, they've got the young guns. Look at our young guns. We outplayed them in every facet of the game. We were never in doubt of losing that game, not once. Even though we were kicking all over the shop, not fucking hitting a target, it didn't matter. We never had the game in doubt, and I don't know what these people are complaining about, to be honest.
Yeah. Look, we're the Mighty Carlton Football Club, and we need to be.
Yeah, we are.
And there's a bit of that, and I understand. Look, it was a bit disappointing. I would have loved to watch them win by 80 points tonight as well. But more important than anything, get the 4 points, get to 6-6, get the 9-day break, and then we can seriously prepare for Collingwood. And the other thing as well is being the favourite has not really been something we do well at. We don't like the favourite. Whereas tonight, I thought we played a controlled game.
Yeah, we were more mature than them, and it showed throughout the entire game. I mean, when was the last time we won a Friday night game? I think they said 2014. Like, we always fuck these ones up, and to win today was really big.
Yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, and when you talk about our young guys, who, there's not many times in 2020 where they're going to be coming up against other young guys who are actually less experienced than them. So when you see Fisher have just that little bit more class than who his opponent is, when you see Setterfield, when you see Walsh, I know he's only a second-year player. There's, Anderson's a first-year player. So when you see that there's an outclassing there, it just makes you think, what happens in 5 years when these guys are in the absolute prime of their careers coming up against the other young sides? We're on the track now, for me anyway.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you completely. And that's why we've got to give thanks to Brendan Bolton. Like, even though he wasn't the best coach tactically, he put time into these young guns. And without those, they don't come into this game with maturity. So we've got to give thanks for him to playing all the young guns. But I want to touch on Petrescu-Seaton. I hear you talking about him a lot, and it's really interesting to me. I don't understand how we give Cottrell a run on the wing, but don't give Petrescu-Seaton that spot. I mean, we've got Marchbank sitting in the reserves playing amazing footy, and he's a star backman who can play that lockdown role that we're playing Petrescu-Seaton as. And we've got Cottrell playing down the wing, who's wasting a lot of the footy and bombing it long. And I like Cottrell; he's got a spot in the team maybe in the future, but I don't understand why we don't have Marchbank in that lockdown role. Move Petrescu-Seaton up to that wing so he can deliver the footy better into our forward line. I mean, he's done it so many times when he comes into that midfield off half back, but he's just caught back as a lockdown. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Mate, you're preaching to the choir. It's interesting because Simo has sort of moved and evolved this year into this sort of back pocket lockdown. He used to be one of the drivers of run and carry out of defence. And obviously he's getting a bit older, so it's not him. Doherty had a good one tonight, and he had a pretty good one last week, but for probably the 4 weeks before that, he was getting tagged. So his ability to create run out of defence probably was hindered. And then look at Samo, and it's like, well, he's a lockdown. I'm looking at Samo to create that run and carry, and maybe that's not his game. Maybe I'm looking for something that's not there. But I think you're right. Ultimately, those 15 meters short, low kicks, I think I'd rather see them from the centre line forward than the back line to the centre. That's just me. I understand he's a beautiful kick of the football and gets us out of trouble, but I back the other guys in there, and I don't know. I'm with you. It's one of those questions a lot of people are asking, and I like your theory. If Marchbank comes in, is that when you push Samo up the ground? Maybe not for the whole game, but just for portions, just to get him involved.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. Like, all those back six, they can hit targets. I mean, we saw Wiedering, Doherty, he can do it. Simpson, he's doing it his whole career. I mean, why are we playing Petrevski-Seton as that player when he's so much more damaging kicking to a forward 50 target rather than just another midfielder or playing it down the wing to a cheap pass? I mean, he can hit those kicks. We've seen him do it. Make it damaging instead of just another cheap kick out to the wing, you know?
And when you think about it as well, you know, it's getting a little bit crowded in that forward half. What I mean by that is you got Fisher, who's so crafty. You've got
Fisher's game today. Fuck me. Yeah, insane.
You got Fisher, you got Martin. So when we're going forward and getting that ball inside 50, these guys are creating magic. And you think about it, maybe there's not enough room for Samo in that forward half. And I just think to myself, we'd be next level with him kicking the ball inside 50.
Oh, 100%. Well, he's better than Cottrell. I'm sorry, but he is better than Cottrell. He's a better footballer than him. He's got the experience. Why are we giving Cottrell that chance instead of Petrevski-Seton? It just blows my mind. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, mate. Some really good points. Good chat. I really, really enjoyed that. You have a great night.
Yeah, you too, mate. And I'm loving the fan channels and all that. You're doing a great job. So thanks for all of it.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for being a part of it. Take care.
No problems. You too.
All right, who we got next? All right, guys. If you want to join the chat, just stand by one moment, Jesse. Guys, if you want to join the chat, the link is in the description. If you're on YouTube, on Facebook, it's pinned to the top. So feel free to join into the line. There's less of a line now. We've gotten through quite a few, but I've got Jesse F. Hello, my friend.
Hey, Terry. How you going?
Mate, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm just happy sitting here listening to everyone get up and about.
Baggers have had a win. It's going into the weekend. What's not to like?
Oh, especially on a Friday. We don't get many of them. Now we've got all of Saturday to bask in the glory. And then we got all of Sunday. And then we got, 9 days from today to just enjoy it. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but this is the time to get up and about.
Absolutely. We get to enjoy it next Friday too because we don't play till Sunday. So, geez, it was a weird one tonight after half-time, just knowing that we were going to win, just being able to just watch the footy, relax, knowing that we were going to win. After last week, it makes a nice change.
Mate, we've asked for full quarter performances all year. I think this was probably maybe the second or the third. I think the Doggies one was probably that.
Yeah.
The only difference tonight was we just didn't win by 80 points. We won by 33. We know that we could have kicked the ball more. And I think I saw Teague with a bit of frustration. And I want to ask you about that because he obviously expected more. So what did you think of the way Teague's body language was after the game?
Oh, look, I think given that we had the number of scoring shots that we had and what we did with those, I think he's disappointed that we didn't win by more. The margin probably wasn't really that accurate in reflection of the game as such. I think probably didn't adapt to the conditions that well. It's the heavier ball, it's wet, it's humid, so the ball's probably not travelling as far, and they're trying a bit too hard with the kicks, they're hooking and slicing and whatnot. So that's probably played a part in it, but we're not there, so we can only assume that sort of thing. But yeah, it was, as you said, it was a good four-quarter effort, moving the ball through the midfield pretty well. The back line, Jones and Wiedering were basically unstoppable. Nothing was getting past them.
So happy with them. Or the whole back six. I mean, we conceded 27 points for the game, so you got to give that defensive 6 or 7. We play 7 players sort of rotating through there. You got to give them some credit.
Absolutely right.
Who was your best on ground?
That's a very good question. There was a few good efforts there. I thought Pittman, he might have lost the hit outs in the ruck, but I thought he competed very, very well in the ruck against Witts, who's one of the premier rucks in the competition. McKay wasn't great with his goal kicking, but he was as a forward target, he played very well. But just some excitement around Fisher and whatnot as well. So there's a few players you could probably throw a blanket over 4 or 5 and pick from there, and you'd be able to make a good argument for any of them. So.
It's one of those weeks which I enjoy because it's so hard to get a 3-2 and a 1, and it creates all sorts of discussion and debate and whatnot. And then there's going to be at least 5 players who are stiff not to get a vote this week.
It'd be interesting to see how many names get thrown up in the chat on Monday when you do the review.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, mate. We move on to Collingwood next week. I know it's just straight after the game. We don't want to be thinking negative, but any changes that you're looking to make potentially?
It depends who sort of plays well in the reserves game this week. If anything happens during the week as well, we seem to be onto a pretty good thing at the moment. So they say don't change your winning formula, just need to straighten up the goal kicking. I think we've kicked 10 goals, 25 after half time of the Freo game last week. So a little bit shaky there, but it's not too bad. So Marchbank looks like he might come in, which potentially would push Petrevski-Seton back into a midfield role. which I think he's sitting on in that half back line to replace the output that we get from Nick Newman in an offensive role. I think that's why he's been pushed back there. So we're missing Petrovski-Seton in the midfield, but he's playing a role to cover the loss of Nick Newman. So.
No, that's a fair call. Very fair call. Well, mate, great to chat with you. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel, and I appreciate your support.
No worries. Glad to be a part of it.
See you, mate. All right. Who's next? The bearded god. Who's not bearded? Hello, mate.
How are you, mate? All right.
Mate, I'm great. Where's the beard?
Well, the bearded god is a shout out to Michael Gibbons because he had that beard, and I reckon that beard, geez, it's made out of something powerful. Far out.
You can tell he probably puts a bit of shampoo in there. You can tell he really looks after it.
That shampoo would be made out of gold. It is. Anyway, what a win. Honestly, I've still got it on the TV outside. They're singing the song now. So much more calmer than last week, honestly. What a win. Great to see. Great to see.
This is what a lot of us have asked for. The heart-stopping games, I mean, they take their toll. We've had, 6 of them now, which have been decided by less than a kick or 7 points or whatever it is. And to have that ability at probably half-time, but three-quarter time, definitely, you've probably thought, yeah, we probably got this, stitched up here.
At three-quarter time, obviously still a bit nervous. Any side can kick 4 or 5 quick ones against us, and it makes you shit yourself. Against North Melbourne, I actually stopped watching in the last quarter and had to go in the shower. It's too nerve-wracking. It is so bad. But who was your best on ground?
Oh, Mark Murphy. Mark Murphy running down the wing.
He played a solid game, but for me, I reckon Jack Martin, best on ground for me. Absolutely unreal. Just so much time when he moves with the ball. Just no one can tackle him. Just, unreal. And Cripper as well, solid in the midfield. He's just, he's unreal.
I think Cripper found the balance in the midfield as to what he's got to be doing. He's an extractor. That's what he is.
I agree. And when I found when the boys are playing well, he's not trying to do it all. And he's more up and out and he's doing what he needs to do instead of trying to take the whole game on. He's a different player when all the boys are up and about firing. So it's so great to see tonight. It's not nerve-wracking like last week. It was terrible. But so good to see, mate. So good to see.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Well, we're looking forward to next round. We've got 9 days off. Hopefully the boys get a good recovery in. We might get to see David Cunningham. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Are you looking to make any changes so far?
Look, I want to see Marchbank back in the side. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm being a bit harsh on Seaton, but look, I reckon he might need to have a spell. He's not really doing it for me. I know a lot of people seem to like him in that, but at the moment, he's not doing it for me. But look, I reckon we can knock the Pies off. Their last month's been average at best, and I reckon if we're on, we can knock them off 4 or 5 goals. I reckon I reckon we can do it. What do you reckon?
Imagine these fucking fan cams when we knock Collingwood off. Woo! We'll get there. We'll get there. Let's give it a week. We'll enjoy this for the next few days, and then we'll start thinking about Collingwood soon.
Absolutely, mate. I am pumped. Get around the boys. Another win, 2 in a row. Let's make it 3, lads. 100%. Let's get it done.
Mate. Love your work. Great to chat with you.
On you, buddy.
All right. Dimi Panayopoulos. Dimitri, what's going on, my man? You're on mute. I can't hear you. Okay, next up.
Hey, Tezza.
Hello.
Is it. The green room is empty.
Excellent, mate. We got through that very well, and I'd like to end this with you, my friend. Thank you very much for what you do. Let's get your thoughts on the game.
Oh, my thoughts. Wow, what a game. That was great. I loved it. Every part of it except, I hate to say it, SBS. It was disappointing early. Early he was disappointing. He got better later on though, so he kind of redeemed himself a bit. But I think there was like 3 turnovers within, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. So that's the only thing, but we don't want to focus on that. Great game all around. Gibbo was great. Walsh was great. Weeders, freaking Plowman. That mark he took on the wing was awesome. Martin was just insane. Murphy, good to see him working really hard, and he lifted us at the start. He really lifted us. Cottrell he was really good. I wonder how many meters gained. Yeah, just brilliant. Just good night, good win. I would love to, like everyone else, I would have loved to have put them away by, a good, I don't know, 10 goals, 12
Yeah.
goals, but you don't get everything you want. Listen to us. How selfish do we sound now that we've had a win after the siren, and we'll just beat the Suns,
Spoiled little brats. That's what we are.
Yeah, we're spoiled little brats. Yeah, we're in a candy shop.
Well, guys, you at home, I want to also, I'll give Shad a shout out every time, but I can't explain to you to have someone in another suburb to me doing the work he does behind the scenes right now. I've put a link to his company in the comments, Assertive Media. If you do one thing tonight, please go and show him some love. Give it a follow because Shad, what you've done for this channel, you've just taken it to the next level, mate. And I am really grateful and I thank you.
It's a match made in heaven, my friend, and it's my pleasure. And even better, we go for the same team, which is great. But it's going to be awesome when we can get back in the studio. I'd love that too, because you know what I miss. We're not going to talk about it, but you know what I miss.
The pre-game ritual, the chat, the banter, the post-game ritual. It's fantastic. No, I do. I really enjoy it. But I guess we'll end it there. I would love to chat to some more people, but I think that's
I'm going to let you say goodbye to everyone. See you.
Awesome, mate. And that's it, ladies and gents. I really enjoy this. I was very hesitant to do fan cams after games, mostly because I know that when we lose, it can get emotional. And I know that we've done fan cams after 2 wins. So we're obviously not going to be upset and angry. And when we do lose a game, which I think we will lose a game, I still want to have this kind of discourse and conversation. But I've really enjoyed it. It's so good to capture these emotions straight after the game. It really is. These are the moments that we've got to cherish them. We're climbing. We're not there yet. We've got a long way to go. We've still got to make finals. We've still got to learn how to win in finals and all of that. But this is the journey. We have to enjoy and embrace every moment. And I just enjoy the fact that we've been able to do that over the last few weeks. So you guys, all of you, thank you so much for your support. Again, remember, go and show Shad some love. If you're on YouTube and if you're not subscribed, come on, let's do it. Join the family. Have a great night. Review and play ratings will be out tomorrow morning. I can't wait to get up and do them. Go the Mighty Baggers and fuck Collingwood.